Hi everyone, how are you doing? My name is Ombenya Kenya and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, karibu sana, and thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe. The subscription button is down below. So as you can tell from the title, today I'll be talking about the things that I love most about Kenya. For those who are new, I am Kenyan. I was born and raised in Kenya, and then I migrated to Australia 5 years ago. So I miss home. Also, with the COVID restrictions in place, that means we cannot go home. So and that makes me miss home more, and that is why I want to talk about the things I love about home. I feel like I'm talking about the things I missed about home, but same. So the first thing I love about home is the Kenyan food. Let me tell you, you cannot tell me anything. We have the most, the yummiest food. I love Kenyan food so much that I make that here. And to tell you the truth, it took me a very long time to get used to food here. Not that the food is bad, but I don't know, I just like what I like. And if for those who know me knows that I don't like trying new food. Up to today, I prefer homemade food more than like dining out and all that. But we move. So I miss my mom's cooking. I love Kenyan food, and I love that about Kenya. So the next thing is the wildlife. The safaris, the animals that we have, the wild animals that we have in Kenya. They are so beautiful. And if you haven't like visited Kenya and went to Masai Mara or those other like the parks, you should. I remember when I was in Kenya, I never took that seriously. Like, you do not appreciate something until you cannot, like, you don't have access to it. So because I don't think maybe if I went to the parks is like once or twice, like my whole life. So now I've learned to appreciate that, and I feel like if you're in Kenya and you haven't gone to the parks, kindly do experience the safaris, experience all that. I know sometimes it can be expensive, but I'm sure the parks like in Nairobi are way more affordable. So yeah, that is the second thing I love and miss about Kenya. So that thing I miss about Kenya is the togetherness. There's something about Kenya, there's something, even if you move to a new place, you still make friends real quick. Like, your neighbors, like people have the time to socialize. In Australia, it is quite different. Here I do not know my neighbors. Like, I've lived here and I've never like known my neighbors. To make the matters worse, I only see them when they're leaving, maybe in their cars, and the fact that everyone, like almost everyone, drives, it makes it harder because then you're not walking and you cannot meet people. So everyone minds their own business, and it's quite sad because like right now, with the restrictions, and you're not seeing anyone and you don't even know your neighbor, like that is really stressing. I love about home that people care about each other and people mind each other's business in a good way, because back home you still get to know people. Even if you move to a new place, you will know your neighbor, they will say hi, they will talk to you. Here it's a different case. Here everyone have a routine. Like, for example, me, I have a routine. I go to work, I come home. I go to work, I come home. Like in Australia, if someone is not working, they are going to work, and if they are not working, then they're coming from work. And if you have school, then for the students, then you have school, work, and then home. And that is the routine, and it's really sad because I feel like there's more to life than work and school, and people should enjoy life. So I miss the togetherness in Kenya. So the third thing I love about Kenya is how carefree people are. I mean, in Australia, you're always worrying. You're constantly worrying about something, like how I paid my taxes. Like, Taxes here are very expensive, by the way. And have I paid my rent, the bills? I feel like when you're back home, when I was living back home, if I knew that maybe this week I haven't been paid and I'm broke, I can just call my mother and get something. And the fact that here I don't have like the family and all that, it's quite stressing, and that is where people slip into depression. And I feel like people should like talk to people more. If you have no friends here, talk to someone, talk to your friend back home, because it is okay to not be okay. And people back home, before you call people abroad and ask for money or ask for support, can you first ask if they're okay? Because people are not okay. People have pent up feelings, people have pent up stress, and they do not know what to talk to, they do not know what to do about it. And you do not have the time to rest, the time to relax. I mean, I cannot sit down today and say I want to take vacation. It does not work like that. I have to have a plan as to when I won't work. And the fact that here most people work with shifts, like it's shift work, which mostly means like if you don't go to a shift, you do not work. It's not something you get paid for monthly. Here most people get paid weekly and fortnightly, so it is really hard for you to like take a break. Sometimes you have to work even if you don't want to work. So there's a lot to worry about. And even those who are not worrying about school fees, people are worrying about mortgage, people are worrying about family back home, you're worrying about family. And here, making connection with people, like I said, people are inside, and it's really hard to even like have a social life, like dating. And not having that gives you pressure, because then people are asking, when are you going to get married, when are you going to settle down, when are you going to have kids? Give us a break. Give people abroad a break. It is really, really hard. We are trying. We want kids, we want families, but we also want what brought us here, whether it's education, whether it's a good life, and whether it's to support our families back home. So we are trying. First, ask us if we are okay. Keep asking the people who are abroad if they are fine, because people are not fine. So I miss the carefree attitude back home. I'm not saying there's no stress back home, but I feel like back home, if you're stressed, you have several people that you can open up to, and you have your friends and families and relatives. And yeah, because you have grown there all your life, you have a person that you can ask for help from. Here, on the other hand, it is really hard, and it's really tough, because then you can't even ask for help from back home, more so financially. Because if I told you to pay for my rent, and it is quite expensive when you're paying in Australian dollars, and I'm asking from money from back home in Kenyan shillings, I mean, sometimes it's not even possible. So I miss home. I love how people are carefree back home and people enjoy life, which leads me to the fourth thing I love about Kenya, which is parties. Hey, I'm talking about get-togethers at home. And of course, parties like clubs and all that. Here, clubs are closed by a certain time. Like most of them close at 10 or 12. Back home, we party after party until morning. And I love that about Kenya. I love that people go out there, have fun, but while you're at it, drink responsibly. Yeah, so I love that about Kenya. And I also love and I miss the get-togethers at home, getting together with your family, your cousins, your aunties, your relatives, and just having a good time. Here, on the other hand, I don't know, here you bring your own beer wherever you're going. Back home, party is food, it is drinks, You know, those people who have invited you, they cater for that. Here you go for party, you go with your drink, and then you find that they are serving crackers and cheese. We do nyama choma, you know. No offense, but how do you drink on an empty stomach? I feel like crackers for me, or sandwiches, that is a snack. That is a starter before I start my meal. So it is really sad that I cannot enjoy my life. Anyway, I'm just being dramatic. So I love that about Kenya. I love that people party, and by party, it is party, you know. And yeah, so the fifth thing I love about Kenya is holidays. The most important one is Christmas. Christmas at home means Christmas. Christmas at home means mtapika chapati, you know, and all that. You cook Kenyan food, you meet, you eat carrots, you eat peas, you eat waru, you know, and all that. But then here, all the Christmases that I've been here, I've been working. There is no Christmas that I've spent at home. I've been working, and I have not celebrated any Christmas. I was planning on going home this Christmas, but then COVID, and I can't go anywhere, so means another working day. So that is one thing, one other thing that I love about Kenya, that people enjoy their holidays, that people take time to rest during those holidays. I miss New Year's Eve. I miss New Year's, you know, the parties, all that. I miss all that. And I love that about Kenya. The last thing on my list today, not that I don't have other things that I love about Kenya, but I just like have the top 6 of the things I love about Kenya and I miss about Kenya, and that is how beautiful Kenya is. I mean, Kenya is beautiful. The views, the mountains, you know, and there's a lot to do in Kenya. And if you haven't visited Kenya, I mean, you should. I encourage you to. That brings me to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I got nostalgic, and it's a good thing reminiscing about home. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Also comment down below on what you love about Kenya, if you have visited Kenya or if you live in Kenya. And yeah, let's chat down below. I will see you in my next video, and thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Bye.